Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody. My name is Kartik. I'm one of the co-founders of ETHGlobal. I am super excited to welcome all of you to BuildQuest. Now, you're watching all of this on ETHGlobal.tv, and this is the platform we'll be using for today, as well as the rest of this event, to live stream everything that we'll be doing, whether it's our summits or the closing ceremonies and this opening ceremony. And this event is brought to you by ETHGlobal. For those of you who are participating in ETHGlobal event for the first time, ETHGlobal is an organization with a very simple mission. Our goal is to bring in thousands of developers into the Web3 ecosystem. And we do this by running two specific types of events, hackathons and summit. And BuildQuest is no different. So we'll be covering a lot of what's happening over the next 2 weeks for BuildQuest, and going through a lot of the logistics and the prize information and everything else that you've been asking us, that we can kind of condense everything into this one quick kickoff. So BuildQuest is an amazing event. We have over 575 hackers from 67 different countries, spanning 16 different time zones participating. So people from all over the world that are going to be here with us asynchronously and synchronously for the next 2 weeks. And we are super excited to have all of you be part of this event. We kind of put everybody on the map to see where everybody was coming in from, and it's so incredible to see the immense diversity we're seeing from all different cultures, countries, cities, and parts of the world. So I want to say hi to everybody who came out and is participating, and I can't wait to see what you're excited about. On top of that, we also have 16 different ecosystem partners that are going to be here this entire time, and over 50 ecosystem mentors who are going to be there to help you with anything that you need to make sure that your projects are successful and you get all the help that you need as you think about integrating different protocols, SDKs, and various kind of tools and resources for your projects. And to top it all off, we're giving $125,000 in prizes. So there's a lot of things you can win, and we'll be covering a lot of those details shortly in this live stream. So I want to quickly give a shout out to IPFS and the Protocol Labs team. They are our key partners for this event. So we'll be covering everything that you can win and use to make this super easy for you to build a cool project that kind of leverages gaming and metaverse here together. And I also want to thank ImmutableX, Invalus, Polygon Studio, Stardust, Sequence, Morales, ChainSafe, Tableland, Exotic, Covalent, OP Games, NFT Port, Pinata, Chainlink, and Lighthouse. So let's jump right into the logistics. I want to cover a lot of stuff around the hackathon and how everything is set up. And hopefully this addresses a lot of the questions that we've been getting. And also, if you have any questions about anything about the event that isn't answered in any of my slides, you can just ask them on the chat here on ETHGlobal.tv, and we'll be able to answer them for you as well. So the most common question we get all the time is, what can I actually build? This event is called BuildQuest. It is a metaverse and gaming themed hackathon. So to clarify this and kind of give a little bit more information on what others are building here and what you can totally kind of take on, there's a lot of stuff around gaming that you can do, whether it's kind of making a brand new crypto native game that uses a lot of new primitives from just kind of Web3, or you can port some existing games, whether it's something that's in like the free domain you want to bring on and have a spin of crypto, or kind of just a sparkle of new things around crypto that you can integrate. There's a lot of stuff you can do with just kind of the cool experiences we're seeing with NFTs overall and kind of metaverse. There's a lot of existing products and tools out there that kind of blend specifically what's happening in metaverses all around. And you can also use this as a way to come up with different 3D experiences. So it's not just about making games. If you get excited about building something on the 3D animation side, you could absolutely do something like that as part of your project for this hackathon. And all those things are fair play. If you still have any questions that haven't been answered, or you're not sure if this is an edge case that you are excited about and you don't know if that qualifies, just send us a note, whether it's on Discord or on email, and we'll be happy to answer and clarify that for you. So let's talk about the next 10 days. I'm going to cover what the next week looks like. We're going to cover stuff around team formation. We can talk about how you're going to get help, all the prizes you can win, all the talks and workshops that we have. We also have a summit next week on what's happening in gaming and metaverse. And I'm going to also cover judging and submission processes. So the most important thing is communication. this is an asynchronous event, and everything that we're doing is going to be on Discord, which means that if you RSVP'd and you are a confirmed hacker, you will have access to these Discord channels that you see on this screenshot on the left. And you'll be able to verify that, because otherwise you will not have the permissions to view these channels. So make sure that you have access to all these channels. This is where you can ping any of our partners. You can ask anybody anything on the ETHGlobal team. You can use these channels to find potential teammates. Everything here is happening on Discord. On top of that, for every workshop and talk that we're doing over the course of this event, you will be receiving a calendar invite to join the talk. So you'll have the Zoom link directly in the calendar invite, and the entire schedule is available on the website. So we want this thing to be as asynchronous as possible, which means anything that you are able to make, especially given the time zones we're kind of working with, you're more than welcome to join. And if you can't, there's still ways for you to catch up and see what happened there and kind of do this thing at your own pace. Where can I find the schedule? So everything about the schedule, prizes, and everything I'm going to cover today is going to be on our website, which is buildquest.ethglobal.com. So let's go into how the hackathon works. Officially, hackathon has started, and that means you can start hacking and working on your projects now. As part of the hackathon rules, everything that you are submitting must begin at the course of the beginning of this hackathon, which means that you can only start working on your project today until the submission deadline, which is 10 days from now. You can have up to 5 members on your team, and you have 9 more days to hack, which means from today, including today, to the end of Sunday on the 13th is the time you're going to be given, as all of you, to work on and submit your project. Submissions are due at 12 p.m. noon Eastern on Sunday the 13th. So we'll be sending a lot of reminders and a lot more information on how you can go about the submission process, how you can think about making a really good demo and all these things. And I'll cover some of that as well in this call. But officially, everybody can start working on their projects. In terms of the rules and criteria, there's a very simple list of things that you should be keeping in mind. Everything that you're going to be working on must be done from scratch, which means that you cannot bring in something you've already been working on since before this event and kind of use that to submit and get ahead by presenting some work that was done earlier. I want to make this fair for everybody that's out there. So please make sure that anything that you're going to be submitting was done over the course of the event itself and not before it. There are a couple of cases where we have received emails from a few of you asking for clarification on, is this a violation of the rules if I were to build on this, or if I were to use this previously done work? And we have made a couple of exceptions, but if you have not emailed us about it and we have not given you a written okay, anything that is submitted and is found out to be in violation of this timeline will be a disqualified project at the end of this event. That said, this is a comment specifically on you being able to use something you've been working on as a side project for the past few months or however long, and using that to submit is the issue, but you have absolutely the flexibility and the right to use anywhere from existing libraries, SDKs, APIs, or even marketplace 3D models that you can anywhere from purchase to go from free domain, and you can use all those things freely and totally into your project. So that is entirely good. On top of that, everything that you are submitting must use IPFS and or Filecoin for storage. So that is a key criteria. And there's a lot of libraries and prizes that are available to kind of make that simplify that for you, so you don't have to spend a lot of time thinking about how would this integrate in different languages or frameworks that you're using for your projects. In addition, only RSVP'd hackers are eligible to win prizes, which means that if you are working with a team and your team members are not on your team page and you win any prizes, we will only honor the people who are listed on the team at the time of the submission. So this is a really big and important note for everybody, that please make sure that if you're working on your team individually, every team member is listed on your team and is confirmed as a RSVP'd hacker for this event. So we're also getting a couple of questions. By the way, I will try to answer all the live stream questions as well. But if we miss any questions, you can ask this same question to us on Discord or on email. We'll be able to quickly answer them for you as well. So one question we just got is, can we add a feature to an existing project? And the answer is it depends, because it really depends on what is the extent of work that was already done and what is the nature of that new addition that you're going to be spending this hackathon for. So please give us a bit more context here so we can kind of assess and kind of give you that thumbs up or not. But again, this is going to be very specific. Usually it is not allowed for you to kind of just continue building on the work. And the cost here is that it just disqualifies you from winning any prizes. If you want to still use this event as a way to just kind of do something on your own, that is still totally okay. Another common question, which we get excited about, is what if I'm new to all of this? There's a lot of you who are trying to build something in Web3 for the first time, participating in this event. And the kind of answer to that is totally okay. We want these events to be very beginner friendly, and we want to make sure that we're doing everything we can to support everybody who is trying to understand what's possible. And as part of that, we're doing a few things. A lot of these things have already happened earlier today and yesterday, but you can head over to Find a Team channel, where you can join somebody who is looking for potential teammates or people with certain skill sets, whether that's design or front end or smart contracts. And you can kind of find potential teammates. There are a couple hundred of you in this position, and a lot of you have already kind of started talking to each other, which is great. So you can definitely use that as a way to talk to others asynchronously. On top of that, we are also running a brainstorming call tomorrow. We had another team formation call this morning, so a lot of you were able to join, and we had another one yesterday, and a lot of you kind of ended up meeting different teammates. So there's a lot of opportunities for you to meet others synchronously or asynchronously, and we encourage all of you to kind of say hi in the BuildQuest chat channel so that we get to know who you are and what you're excited about. And also, it is not required for you to work with a team. It is totally okay for you to work on something on your own, whether you want to use this event as an opportunity to try something out and give yourself a challenge, or just simply you prefer working on something that you've already been working on or brainstormed before. It is totally okay to hack solo. In terms of talks and workshops, there's a lot of amazing talks and content we have for beginners and experts. So a lot of those workshops are going on today, before and after this live stream, and you can watch all of them through the website. And you should have already received calendar invites. There's also a summit that we're hosting next Friday. We're going to cover everything that's happening in the latest in kind of crypto gaming, as well as what's happening with the metaverse, the world, and what people are kind of excited to build there. And also, all this information is available on your info center, which is linked in every calendar invite as well. And just because there's so many talks happening and there are people from so many different parts of the world, if you're not able to make something work from a time zone standpoint, that is totally okay. Everything is recorded and it will be immediately made available on the ETHGlobal YouTube channel. So you can watch any of these talks immediately after by heading over to youtube.com/ETHGlobal. And to kind of see where all the talks and workshops are, everything is listed on the website schedule. So you can just head over to buildquest.ethglobal.com and you'll be able to see everything there immediately. Now, one other important thing that I want to cover is this notion of a check-in. So this is a 2-week-long event, and to make sure that we're able to help everybody with making sure they're unblocked and they're getting the right help, or all of their concerns are addressed, we have this notion of a check-in. A check-in is like a simple form where we ask you a couple of questions on your dashboard, and we'll be doing 2 of these next week. So this kind of lets us point you to the right direction. If you kind of say, I'm stuck on something, or I need help with something specifically, or I tried to get help, but I couldn't, this makes it easy for us to kind of spot these cases and then make sure that you are unblocked. And starting Monday, you'll be getting a message from us, as well as it will show up on your dashboard as a quick check-in form where you can fill out how things are going. So keep an eye out on these check-ins. And as you kind of fill these check-ins out and submit a project, you'll be able to kind of be good to receive all of your state returns back. So everything happens to your dashboard. No worries if you are not able to see this now, because it will show up when check-ins officially open and it will pop up on your dashboard immediately after. And just as a reminder, Submissions are due at noon Eastern on Sunday, the 13th, and I'll cover what submission process looks like and how all of that's going to work now. So in terms of judging, this is how judging is set up for BuildQuest. Judging will happen on Monday, the 14th, which is the day after submissions are due. And the judging is divided into two streams. There's going to be a main project judging, and there's going to be prizes for the sponsor side. Every project will be considered for these two tracks. The main judging only happens at a single 2.5-hour window. We'll be doing a lot of stuff in parallel. So this is the window for all of the main judging. And the way it's set up is that on Sunday in the submission process, you will be asked to record a 4-minute demo of your project. This is a video that you have to kind of create as part of your submission, where you get to talk about who you are, why you're excited about what you built, what is it to show us a demo, and anything you want to kind of cover in those 4 minutes. This is what's going to be used by our judges, whether it's for any prizes or the main judging. And we kind of really encourage all of you to not do this last minute, because a lot of these things try to condense all the 2 weeks worth of work you've done, and oftentimes you end up in a situation where it's gonna end up being more than 4 minutes. So please make sure that everything is under 4 minutes from the length, and that you are leaving at least an hour, if not more, to record this about your team, and being able to still make the deadline. And all these details, by the way, are going to be made available on your dashboard as well as your info center. So don't worry if like you missed this thing, or you're not sure if this is detailed enough. We have a lot more information here with samples and examples from previous events for you to kind of use as a reference. In terms of sponsor judging, so if you're qualifying for any prizes by any of our partners, the way that's going to work is that on the submission process itself, in addition to your 4-minute demo, you'll have to specify that I am qualifying and trying to qualify for this prize. So you get to select, this is the prize I want to qualify for. And as you select those prizes on your submission process, they will be sent to those individual companies, and they will be reviewing your 4-minute submission as well, and deciding on who has won what prize on their own, which means that this will be entirely asynchronous. The sponsors will kind of come to you if they have any questions, but if they don't, they'll be sort of just reviewing everything on their own and telling us who the winners are, which we'll be announcing on the Wednesday after submission. And also I want to kind of quickly cover the code of conduct for this event. Even though it's an online event, there is still a code of conduct here and the rules in terms of kind of what we cover and what matters for ETHGlobal events as well as attendees. The rules are fairly straightforward. You can head over to ethglobal.com/rules to get a quick overview. And the gist of it is that we want to make sure that anything that comes out of this event is owned by you. So you own intellectual property of all of your work and nobody else. And in terms of how we behave in this community, the gist of it is please be respectful, and harassment and abuse in any form will not be tolerated. So if you need any help, or if you notice that somebody is treating you the way they shouldn't, please reach out to anybody on the global team and we'll be able to take immediate action. And let's get to some of the exciting prizes stuff. So we have some amazing partners here, and we want to bring them on to kind of tell us about who they are, why they're excited to be part of BuildQuest, and what they are kind of offering to all of you as hackers. And first up, I'd like to invite IPFS and Nikki from the Protocol Labs team, and she'll be able to share everything about the company.
My name is Nikki, and I work in the ecosystem growth team at IPFS and Filecoin. Welcome to BuildQuest, our very first metaverse and gaming hackathon of 2022, organized by ETHGlobal and supported by IPFS and Filecoin. Our team and the teams of other ecosystem partners supporting this hackathon are very excited to see what you build in this hackathon. We've been waiting for this since NFT Hack, not so long ago in January, after seeing all the exciting projects that were built there. Our goal in a hackathon such as BuildQuest is to bring builders together and give you all a platform to bring ideas to life, and also find people you can vibe with. We hope you create metaverses and spaces and games that you not just build skills while creating, but have the best of time doing so. To tell you a little bit about us, IPFS makes the web work peer to peer, replacing the centralized architecture of today's internet. And Filecoin is the largest decentralized storage network built on top of IPFS. And with storage helpers like NFT.storage, Filecoin is becoming Web3's infrastructure layer for NFTs, which many of you would be using to build your projects. But you will hear a lot more about it in the workshops and talks that we have planned for you all. In the meanwhile, we have a whole bunch of learning resources that our community engineers have put together that you can check out to get started. They will also be available on Discord to answer any questions you may have. With that, I just want to say I hope you have a great time hacking and win some incredible prizes along the way.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Nikki. So just to kind of summarize, this is an incredible sort of set of tools that we have here, especially being able to use NFT.storage or Web3.storage. And kind of the goal here is that we want to make it super easy for all of you to quickly kind of use and port everything that you're doing in Web 2 to Web 3, especially as we look at a lot of these game assets. So I'm super excited to see how many creative uses we get to see on people using Filecoin or IPFS here directly for all these metaverse and gaming related submissions. So if you have any questions around how you can use different libraries, or if you want to get a support or something tested out for a different framework that you're using for your submission, please ping the Discord for help, and the Protocol Labs team is there to answer all of your questions, so you'll be able to kind of get all that figured out very soon. Next up, I want to bring on Alex from ImmutableX, and they'll be talking about who they are and what they're building.
Hi everyone, I'm Alex, CTO and co-founder of Immutable. At Immutable, we build ImmutableX, the first dedicated ZK rollup for NFTs. With ImmutableX, we've created a platform for building high-quality, high asset count, high-scale gaming NFT projects, like Illuvium, Gods Unchained, Guild of Guardians, and Embersword. We've been building in the space since 2017, and we have so much excitement for what's coming next. If you want to build an NFT game in hours, go to our documentation, deploy an L1 or a Robson ERC721 contract, and use our Mint API to create assets at high scale with zero gas fees and an awesome user trading and minting experience. ImmutableX is also the fastest way to build an NFT marketplace. Immutable provides a shared global order book, which any marketplace can contribute to and any marketplace can read from. On ImmutableX, you can build an NFT marketplace where you can take fees from the trades that you facilitate, literally with no backend, fast enough even for a hackathon project. There are many types of marketplaces, from a big aggregator like OpenSea to a really targeted website for trading Gods Unchained decks. Immutable lets you create an awesome targeted user experience for your marketplace without knowing any solidity at all. Immutable forms the liquidity layer between NFT marketplaces and games. We'd love for you to help us build the future of NFT trading.
Awesome. Thanks, Alex. So yeah, you can use ImmutableX for a lot of really kind of high throughput gaming experiences. So be sure to try out the SDK there and make something really cool and seamless. And then we finally have Ballast, and Alec will be talking about all those cool things you can do with the Ballast API.
Welcome, everyone. I'm Alec from Ballast, and we enable Web3 native software distribution. And I'm also super excited to be here today because we came out of Hackathon 2020, and now we're here sponsoring ETHGlobal. So you never know what comes out of these things. But what is Web3 native software distribution? Well, the elements are publishing, fetching, secure updates, DAO coordination, and software licenses. Why do we need it? Well, we're still distributing Web3 tools over Web 2. And I've got a few screenshots here of some awesome Web3 tools that we all know and love that are still being unfortunately distributed over Azure, GitHub, or NPM. And we're putting massive amounts of effort into decentralization, but then we're re-centralizing back at the distribution level. And we're trying to fix that. But what can we do now that we're in Web 3? Well, at first it looks familiar. We poured over all the common features that we love from things like GitHub and Versal. But once we're ported over, no more reliance on a single entity for distributing. DAOs can now coordinate releases together instead of a centralized team. You could create secure auto update systems powered by smart contracts and IPFS. And you can monetize software directly using software license NFTs. And we're also giving a prize for that. So check that out. How does it work? Well, IPFS and Filecoin for storage, smart contracts on Polygon for access control and versioning. And then the Val's client is then aware of all of the releases and mapping everything together. And it's really a set of tools that glue these protocols together to make Web3 developers' lives easier while keeping everything decentralized. So how do you use it? For this hackathon, you'll mostly care about the web dashboard and the TypeScript SDK. And you could find it over at vals.io. You could come join and talk to us in our Discord and check out our docs at docs.vals.io. So best of luck. And most importantly, have a bunch of fun. We're super excited to see what you build. Good luck and enjoy.
Amazing. Thanks so much, Alec. Yeah, this is one of the best parts of doing this thing because as Alec mentioned, Dallas was one of the winners of Hackathon about 2 years ago, and now they are fully building this incredible toolkit to kind of let you sort of get these guarantees that you wouldn't have otherwise in Web2. And we're super proud to have them here supporting this event and kind of helping all of you also make really interesting and amazing projects. So check out the Valist SDK, and I hope to see some really cool integrations here and some amazing winners. All right, on to the rest of the prizes. So we kind of talked about some of this ahead of time, but I want to go into a lot of more detail for each of these projects. And starting off with the IPFS prizes. So there's a lot of prizes you can win for integrating IPFS.
IPFS and Filecoin is giving away $52,000 in prizes at BuildQuest. For best use of IPFS for content addressing and or Filecoin for persistent storage in a gaming or metaverse project, there's a total of $22,000 in prizes split into one of $5,000, two each of $4,000, and three each of $3,000. Additionally, there are various prizes available for implementing NFT collectibles or a multiplayer game, best bridges, hosting a classic game on IPFS, best design, best play to earn idea, and most efficient asset distribution. All of these details will be available on the website. Our judging criteria has 5 parameters: design, originality, technical accomplishment, potential impact, and creativity, all given equal weightage. Happy hacking!
Awesome. So to summarize the IPFS prizes, there's a lot of them that you can win here. So for the general prize, there's a first place prize for $5,000, and then there's 2 second place prize for $4,000, and 3 third place prizes for $3,000. In addition, you can also win up to 2 bonus prizes for integrating these various kind of features in any of your gaming or metaverse submissions. So anyone that makes a really creative use of a multiplayer experience is the top 3 teams will be eligible to win $2,000 each. Same thing with interesting ways to integrate NFTs. We'll have 2,000. Same thing for like creative bridges between Web2 and Web3 or different assets from games or other NFT or just crypto games. Same thing with super interesting uses and experiences around play to earn, asset streaming, or porting an existing classic game to be more crypto native and Web3 native is also eligible for $2,000. And lastly, the most interesting design aspects of any of these submissions is also eligible to receive $2,000 for the top 2 teams. So a lot of amazing prizes. All these details are still listed on the website. We'll talk about all that in a second. But before that, I want to move on to our next sponsor, and that is ImmutableX, and we'll kind of hear about ImmutableX prizes.
Hi everyone, I'm Millie, a Senior Customer Success Manager here at Immutable. We are incredibly excited to have you joining us as part of BuildQuest this year, and even more excited to share that we'll be awarding $16,000 in IMX tokens in prizes for participants in the ImmutableX Hackathon. We'll have 3 prizes: $10,000 for first prize, $4,000 for second prize, and $2,000 for third prize. All winners will also have access to an hour-long strategy and integration call with a Senior Customer Success Manager who is focused on gaming and one of our senior integration engineers to turn your idea into reality. To participate, we're looking for you to build and present an awesome proof of concept or prototype for an incredible game integration with ImmutableX NFTs. Some examples of what you can do build game using an existing collection of Immutable X NFTs, build a unique and seamless onboarding experience, or integrate Immutable X NFTs into an existing game. We're looking for projects to be innovative, showcase a strong implementation of the Immutable X APIs, and most importantly, represent an exciting value proposition for players. Good luck, and can't wait to see what you come up with.
Awesome, thanks, Millie. And to summarize the Immutable X prizes, so the best use of Immutable X for a game integrations or L2 integrations, especially kind of optimizing for gas-free minting or trading, is eligible to receive in total $16,000 in prizes. So $10,000 for the first place, first team, $10,000 given in EIMX tokens, second place for $4,000, also delivered in IMX tokens, and $2,000 for the third place, delivered in IMX tokens. And next up, we have Ballast again, and Alec will be talking about their prizes.
All right, welcome everyone. I'm Alec from Ballast, and we enable Web3 native software distribution. And today I'm super excited to be announcing the BuildQuest prizes. Track 1 is the best use of our software license NFTs. So to qualify for this, you simply create a software license on our platform and token gate it in your game or application. First prize is $1,500 and it goes down to $750 for third. Track 2 are for the best games and apps published on Ballast. To qualify for this, you simply need to publish your game or application. No need for token gating or anything. First place is $1,000. Second, $750, third, $500, and we're picking 5 runner-ups for $200 each. And track 3 is a generic prize pool, $3,500 for other projects that use Ballast or come up with a clever use case, or for games or applications that didn't make track 2 or 1. And so best of luck, have fun, and we're looking forward to seeing what you build. Cheers.
Awesome, thanks, Alec. To summarize the Ballast prizes, it's the best use of Ballast to monetize your kind of game. It will have 3 winners. The first place gets $1,500, the second place gets $1,000, and the third place gets $750. And the best game published on the Ballast platform will also be having 3 winners. First place gets $1,000, second place $750, and third place $500, and then 5 runner-ups receiving $200 each. And in addition, $3,500 will be given to any other game or software that's published in Ballast. So this will be kind of split as a pool price. Then we have Pinata. So the best use of Pinata for any of the integrations in your submissions will receive $2,000 in prizes for the top team. And then the best use of Pinata Submarining will also receive $2,000 as the first team. Then we have Quixotic. And Quixotic is offering a $4,000 prize pool for any project that uses Optimism and uses composable NFTs in their submission. The way pool prizes are set up is that any team that qualifies for the Quixotic prize or any other pool prize will be receiving an equal split. So if there are 4 teams that end up winning the pool prize, then each team will be receiving $1,000. If there's only one, then that team wins the $4,000. Then we have NFT Port. And NFT Port is also offering a $4,000 prize pool for the best use of NFT Port's APIs. So any teams that end up qualifying for this prize will be equally splitting the $4,000. Then we have Sequence, and Sequence is offering 2 categories of prizes. So the best use of Sequence wallet integration will have 3 winners. So the first place will get $1,500, the second place will get $1,000, and the third place will get $500, and a $3,000 pool prize. So any teams that end up integrating Sequence wallet will be splitting $3,000 equally. Then we have Polygon Studios. So the best play to earn game that is built and deployed on Polygon will be receiving a $2,000 prize. And the best 3D metaverse game built on Polygon and deployed to Polygon will be receiving a $2,000 prize from Polygon Studios. And then we have Chainlink. So the best use of Chainlink integrations for a project will have 4 winners, where 4 teams will be receiving $1,000 in Link tokens as part of their prizes. And then we have Tableland. So the best use of Tableland, which is a decentralized kind of database, will be receiving $2,500 and a $1,500 pool prize for any other project that is integrating Tableland in their submissions. Will be splitting that amount equally. And then we have Covalent. So the best Covalent is doing 2 pool prize categories. So the pool prize for the best GameFi dashboard will receive $2,000 and split that equally. And then the best use of Covalent is also a pool prize category. So any team that uses Covalent APIs to make their data kind of querying simpler and easier will be splitting $2,000 equally amongst all of them. And then we have Moralis. So Moralis is offering 3 prizes to the best use of Moralis SDKs for their projects. So the first place will be receiving $2,000, the second place will be receiving $1,500, and the third place will be receiving $500 for the best use of Moralis SDK. And all these prizes are listed on the BuildQuest website. So you can just head over to buildquest.ethglobal.com/prizes. We'll also be sharing this link on the Discord and also over your email, and it's also on your info center and on your dashboard. So if you miss any of these details, you want to get more information on anywhere from the resources to get the SDKs or documentations or workshops, all these things are available on this URL. And you can head over to this website to get all the details about all the prizes that I just covered. So that concludes BuildQuest. And before we end this off, I want to make a quick note to everybody here that there's so many of you participating in this event. I want to make sure that all of you pace yourself. We really don't want this thing to be exhausting for you. This is meant to be fun and kind of a good way for all of you to try out what's possible here. So we really want you to kind of think about experimentation and just simply have fun over the next kind of 10 days. So please don't sacrifice sleep or work or any other obligations you have just to kind of get this going. We hope that you end up coming out of this event by building something really cool and something that you're super excited about. And we can't wait to see what everybody's doing. So please say hi on Discord. And with that, I want to sign off and thank all of you for being part of this live stream and this event. So happy hacking, and see you all on the ETHGlobal Discord. Thanks, everybody. And with that, we're signing off and see you in some of those workshops. And until then, enjoy some lo-fi beats. Take care, everybody.